I'm in love with you. Do 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 do. I'm in love with you. Welcome to Messages from Spirit. Yay! What's gonna come up this week? Oh my gosh, the fall leaves look so beautiful right now. Okay. Some of you need to get out of some kind of like reoccurring thought pattern or something you keep going back to or repeating over and over. They're saying it's like some kind of either negative belief or negative thought that just is kind of consuming you. Stop thinking about those negative things. Okay, to look at something different that you have a hard time with, or all right. Look, our egos are kind of like a default. You're on automatic. Everyone who's still operating on mostly ego, which are majority of the population, you're being controlled. You're being controlled by those negative thoughts, and those negative thoughts actually come from outside sources, believe it or not. But they're not you. Who you are is God's source energy. It's like being one with God. It's pure love. So if you're stuck in thought, then you're stuck in ego. And if you're stuck in ego, then you're listening to a bunch of baloney. Basically, anything negative and fearful is a bunch of baloney. So you have to do something. I was going to say aggressive, but I would say more like you have to make a concerted effort to go against the programming, to go against the default of listening to that little devil on your shoulder. You have to almost like force yourself to listen to the angel only, not the devil, the angel. Not the devil, the angel. And so you have to do something to reprogram your brain and the way that it works. Now, there are a lot of tricks to the ego. The ego will try to make you oversimplify things so that you don't actually get to the epiphanies and realizations that you need to be able to get to in order to make big shifts. So that's why I tell people, do Byron Katie's work or Thank You God for My Misery. Both of those, if you put those words in YouTube with my name, they will come up and you can learn how to do them. They're simple, but they're incredibly effective. But make sure that you use a notepad like this, and especially the ones that flip over the top like that. Why do I like orange all of a sudden, or red? The lighting is weird this morning, but yeah, so write it down. It's really, really important, because when you write it down, there's something that like forces you to actually it makes you reach, and it makes you reach outside of what your brain is programmed to do. It makes you have realizations and things. Okay, so if you really want to get unstuck from worrying or from thinking the same thing, like something's not going to work out, something's going to get in the way, something, he doesn't really like me, whatever those types of things that you're thinking are that keep you kind of like in the same like hamster wheel, do something aggressive or assertive to go against the programming. And then you will find some success. You will find more of a sense of humor. You will find things become easier. You will find yourself more self-aware. You'll catch yourself when you are in your ego. You'll have a good laugh and you'll get over it much quicker. You just have a much better time with your life. You gotta be willing to put forth the effort to do that kind of work, though. I'm going to try to get another light going so that my face doesn't look like I know that my face is not red. So hang on. All right, so that's a little better. Okay, so what else do you guys want to talk about? Was that what you wanted me to talk about? Was there anything else you wanted me to add to that? Just take time to quiet your mind. They're saying also like a meditation. Do the, if you're really up against like having to make some decisions or doing something where you're just feeling like stuck or something like that, I have also another video here on YouTube, and it's, you could put in the words Divine Guidance Council with my name, and that one will come up. And do that, or at least quiet your mind to meditate. You could do, like I do sometimes a meditation walking around here, just listening to sounds or paying attention to colors or touching things, you know, touching the couch or anything that you can draw your attention to other than thinking. You know, it doesn't have to be sitting there quiet for 30 minutes. You can make it like a walking meditation of just observing your environment and listening to everything in your environment or sensing things in your environment, you know? So, anything else? No? Okay, we're good. All right, anything else you want to talk about? What do you mean push? So some of you may be going through or about to go through labor pains, and some of that could be literal. They're saying push through it if that's you. Like, just don't give up, like you can anyway. But for some of you who are going through like symbolic labor pains, then they're saying push through that, because anything, like it's worth fighting for. It's worth pushing through. You could have some like setbacks or some potholes or some things that try to throw you off path, but they're saying just keep going, just keep swimming. Blue skies and sunshine are on the other side of those clouds, so don't get worried about any kind of setbacks or any kind of there was a commercial, I don't remember what it is, but there was some kind of commercial where just somebody walking right around it, just don't let it get to you, they said. Oh, some of it has to do with so I had a kind of a little bit of a rough weekend. I had a really fun weekend, but I also had a rough weekend because I had a number of things happen that were a little jarring. The kinds of things that you just still keep looking back at going, that was stupid, or man, that was really, you know, it's just like really perturbs you. And that happens less and less, by the way, the more of the work that you do on yourself. So that just shows me that I need to do more work. You know, your work is never done. I've heard some of you be like, when is the work done? When am I going to be healed? You're not going to be completely healed. You're going to, until you become enlightened, and I've been there, but unfortunately I went back to being human. But now that I'm human again, I have an ego again, and that's really fun. But you do, you know, you do shake yourself free of it the more of this kind of work that you do. And typically I can shrug these things off, but for some reason, something in the energy just made me just, you know, with everything. And so, you might go through a little bit of that, a little bit of kind of a testy energy, or just an irritation, or just like, yeah. So do that work, do the self-realization type work. However you want to do that. It may not be what I'm recommending, but you may have your own way. The ways that I'm recommending are very, very effective. Yes, there's a learning curve, but it's worth it. I'm telling you guys, on the other side of it, it is life-changing, completely life-changing. You don't even look at things the same way anymore. You just laugh at it all, really. It just makes life so much easier. Okay. All right. Mountains. What about them? Getting out in nature. It's getting kind of cold. It's getting kind of cold at this point. So I don't know if many of you are going to be going camping or anything, but like, I think they're just saying get out in the fresh air now that there aren't all these fires so much. Get out, bless. They're saying bless the mountains, bless the streams, bless it all. Trying to lending it some energy, some really good healing energy. You guys could even do a meditation or do some light language or whatever tools that you have where you can just pray for the healing of the earth. That would be really helpful at this time. In fact, let's do it now. Okay? Everybody just drop your shoulders and relax for a moment. Hamama kin sa se la e na. Halek pu mama kin chan se la. Ha a mama ina. Halakiri dante sa se. Hashikin babo mama ina. Sisiki na ha a ibo mo. Momoko pumbo shake is. Sisiki anata ikliki ins. Suso pobo mama ina. Halakiri ha e shaki sansena. Hala pubo mama ina te kai chance. Sasa hala e o shaki empa. Hama mama ema lakiri natais. Okay, so if you guys got any visions or any kind of epiphanies during that, I would love to hear about it in the comments below for sure. I'm seeing like it's kind of a fall going into winter scene where like you guys are like in a cabin. I don't know. That's interesting. So some of you are going to be staying in a cabin or getting a cabin. It looks pretty, not totally secluded, but pretty. It's very pretty, very, very pretty. But it's pretty out in the middle of nowhere almost, it looks like. I don't know, it reminds me of like Wyoming or Montana or South Dakota or just like rolling hills, or not rolling hills, like grass, like the tall grass. So if you were thinking to go out to some cabin for the winter or whatever, like get going now, probably because it's starting to turn fall. Yeah, I'm seeing deer, elk, lots of wild animals going through there. They just said specifically Yosemite. So I don't know, whatever that means for you. If you maybe you're even taking a trip and going and staying in a cabin for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, some of you are, I see the word escape. Some of you guys are like escaping to some place like that. That's cool. What else? Beach also. Some of you are thinking of going to the beach for the winter, or going to a beach or tropical place with sand and stuff. Go if that's what you're thinking of doing. Then this is your confirmation to go there. Do something different. They want you to, like, you guys to mix stuff up, like mix your whole life up, like throw your whole life up in the air and then see what lands. Just, it's kind of like, it just feels like an essential reset, a do-over. You're getting like a second chance at life, a second chance to create your life the way you really want. You know what they're showing me? Miracle on 31st Street. Is it 31st Street? Yeah, Miracle on 31st Street. Like you get a chance to live life all over again, the second phase of your life or whatever phase you're on. And it's reflective and it's deep and it's soulful and it's fulfilling and it's very, very loving and it's playful, but it's like, it's rewarding. That's the word. You're about to go through could be about to go through a very, very rewarding time. Energy work, healing. And the healing, they're showing that when you're healing yourself, it's like the planet gets healed as well. So, because they're showing the energy of you healing goes down into the earth and spreads out. For some reason, they're showing the earth round and they're showing it spinning. I don't know why. So if that answers something for you, there you go. Some of you are really gonna, oh my gosh, that's a great feeling. It's like some of you who've been wanting some things to actually start happening are going to start happening soon, very soon. I think I have something about to fall. If you hear a big thump, don't panic. Maybe I should just go move it before it falls. Hang on. Okay. They're also saying that as you go forth in some of these creative endeavors that you are partaking in, don't necessarily follow a mold. It's like break out in your own special way, your own unique way, in your own flavor. Like it's been done before. So it's kind of it's along the same lines of what they say with the horse, like put your blinders on and don't pay attention to what other people are doing. Do your own thing. Yeah. And listen to music if you want to get inspired or to be inspired. And I just heard giddy up. So, and then a horse was just smacked on the butt. So, you're going to start making some traction and having some headway in some area of your life, some of you. Oh, and then I just looked down at a box of Kleenex that looks like it has sperm all over it. So maybe it's a race. It's a race to fertilize the egg. They're saying that the sperm that wins is the one who is staying present, using its manifestation abilities, using its ability to hold hands with God, kind of thing, to stay. Oh, that's what they were saying with the eagle a minute ago. Like when I went to get back on the camera, they said eagle. So they're really encouraging you. Like some people think that if you're in competition and you have like all of these, hey, move aside, I'm trying to get there first, or something, like if you feel like you're in a race in any way, or you've got competition or something like that in your business or whatever it is, being present in the moment is the most powerful manifesting tool that you have. So you can get ahead of everybody just by being present. And it doesn't seem like you're doing anything, and our society teaches you that to work really hard to get there, that you have to really, put your sleeves up and really dig in and just try and work and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work your ass off till midnight. No, be present in the moment, and you can do the same exact amount of stuff in like 2 hours. I'm serious. It makes things so much easier and smoother. And when you do that work on yourself I was talking about, it also makes you more present in the moment as well. It's like a twofer, or maybe it's a fivefer. I don't know. It does a lot. For just for doing what's actually quite natural for you, that our society doesn't want us to know it could be that easy. And trust me, it is. Just because I've been enlightened, I know. I mean, you could practically it'd be nice to have breakfast, and all of a sudden it's in front of you. It's like, or somebody knocks on the door and says, hey, thought I'd bring you a fresh fruit plate. We had extras, somebody bought us a couple of them, and so I thought I'd bring you one. Like the craziest stuff happens. Like miracle on top of miracle on top of miracle happens when you're in the flow with life like that. And that's what we're made to be, you guys. All this overthinking everything and listening to our egos and thinking we have to grunt our way and work really hard to do things is an old way. And the new earth and the 5D experience, when we start becoming more empowered, everything's so easy, totally easy and effortless. Everything. Yeah, you'll see. Hopefully you'll see. Anything else that you'd like to share with these guys? I just saw a kitten. Cats usually to me mean energy work, but kittens are like, they smell really good. Their purr is incredibly healing. They're cute as heck. They're really funny. Oh, they're saying you have a kitten coming into your life. No, but I'm meaning, well, actually, you could have a real kitten coming into your life. You could, yeah, some of you definitely have a kitten coming into your life, but for others of you, it's your divine masculine or feminine. They're going to be like a kitten to you. Smell good and playful and cute, and you can't stop laughing at them and their antics. So, all right. Anything else these guys need to know? Now I'm seeing a bus. What about a bus? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Tour? Going on tour? Somebody's going on tour on a bus. Some of you, it's for book signings. Some of you, it's like musicians are going to be able to get back out there again and have concerts. For some of you, it's actually going on a tour bus in another country. Oh. For some reason, I'm seeing a bus going down like a bumpy road. What is this? Is this which group of these people is this pertaining to? Okay. Okay. If you guys should be watching what is she called? The Healthy American. Look her up on YouTube. Go to her website, thehealthyamerican.org. She is awesome. But it feels like some of you guys who've been held back by our current circumstances are going to be having a lot of lawsuits. And you're going to win. And by winning, that means you're defeating the dark side, just so you know. So fight back, push back against any tyranny, and you will win. So it's going to be worth pushing back, but enough people have to push back. So yeah. They're saying success. You're going to be successful. For some reason, they're telling me to pull a few cards here, so I think we'll do that. I like to follow instructions by spirit, and spirit only. Okay. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Value and love yourself enough to walk away from toxic situations, fearful situations. The devil. That is actually walking away from the devil, and what he's walking away from is he's got 8 cups, and the 8 cups seem pretty comfortable. They seem pretty good. Hey, just comply, just do this thing, and everything will be all right, right? But he's like, no, this is nonsense. I'm out of here. So he walks away from all of those 8 cups, and guess what's left is 2 cups. He's really after full fulfillment. He wants it all. He wants happiness. He wants freedom. He wants the ability to do whatever he'd like to do, like we used to be able to. So he's walking away from those 2 of cups. 2 of cups is your true love. 2 of cups is a soul connection with others. So he's valuing and loving himself enough to go inside, conquer the fear within him, and walk away from the devil. Now, the devil is addictions, depression, anxiety, fear, confinement, your business being put out of business. It's all of the bad stuff. The devil tries to hold us back from being happy, from having the things that we want. It gives us temptation. It tries to, but this path, this is better for you. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? It'll do that to you. It'll make you overeat, or it'll make you drink too much. It'll make you smoke too much. It'll make you, all the bad stuff. This dude's walking away from the devil because he's after passion with that red coat, and the green on his legs represent healing. So that comes from loving yourself and being wise and knowing that there's more to it than is understood. So he's out for true love, and he's out for loving himself, right? So he's going to get unstuck He's finally going to stop just looking around at everything, and he is actually going to take action, passionate action, fiery action, take control of the situation, make something happen. He's got his armor on and he's ready. He's ready to roll forward. And he may be giving or getting an opportunity with that coin on him. That would represent like the Ace of Coins, a brand new opportunity or beginning or commitment or marriage or any of that. So this could also be a love life thing, like because this guy was going after true love because he now values himself. I think in every area of your lives, many of you are going away from anything toxic and negative and fearful, and you're embracing your power, finally. Embracing your power, getting unstuck and taking action on it. Now, this is feminines and masculines in different ways, in various ways. So, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The end of a difficult period. The end of a difficult period. That's a 10. So, working hard to fly forward and express your passion. So, those of you going on the tour buses where your businesses have been affected by this time, it's time to go rushing in, put in the work and the effort it's going to take to end this difficult period. And this also represents betrayal. You've been being betrayed by those that are supposedly supposed to be looking out for us. So, it came in. All right. So anything else? Work hard. Work hard, I just looked at. Make it happen. Make it happen. Work hard. Be unstoppable. Reach your goals. So just go to the website. You'll see. We have more rights than we had any idea. You know, so don't just no. The card just jumped out. Woo! Brand, have the strength to create a fresh new slate and a whole new beginning for all of us. Let's wipe this slate clean and take a leap of faith into a whole new way of life. And let's bring that, let's bring the new earth into being. Let's bring the harmony. It's really important right now. Like when I've been doing some research on the mark of the beast and stuff like that. So I've been studying the Bible and all that stuff. You guys know, some of you have. I look at God differently. You know, God to me is a group of deities. It's life, and the life speaks to us coming from a standpoint of having been enlightened. I know that is God. God is not some kind of man up there barking orders or anything like that. It's an energy. It's an energy that created us, and it's an energy that creates with us. Anyway, so the whole test, if you will, if we're going through a test in our society, even bigger than that, if we're going through a test being alive right now, the test is this. Are you going to fear or are you going to love? That's it. You passed that test and you made it. You're in the new earth. But it's deeper than that. You got to be willing to go deep and do the soul searching and do the healing that we're talking about here, because if you can release the fear and you can keep doing more and more and more healing and going deeper and deeper and deeper with it, essentially you start just letting go of that ego. The ego has no more control over you, and the mark of the beast is no longer there. It's vanished. And you're left with the mark of God instead. So I had an experience one time at an Osho event, and I've talked about this a couple times maybe before. And there was this woman, her name was Madam Jyoti, Jyoti. She was awesome. And there were like 5 of us who were going to get like initiated. We were going to be given new names, and we were going to almost get like baptized in their tradition. And so when I was waiting in line, there were like 5 people that were going to have this done. And she pointed me out. And I was like, what does she know? What does she know? I couldn't think of like, is it because no, it wouldn't be that, you know. I was trying to figure out, well, like why she thought something was special about me. The only thing that I could think of is she could see that I was enlightened or that I had been enlightened. Like there was some kind of a mark, right? That there was some kind of something spiritual she could see that other people didn't. And sure enough, when I got up there, and she did her whole anointing ceremony or whatever it was, she did something different to me than she did with other people. And she put her thumb right here, and without me being on any kind of drugs or anything like it, I started, she kind of laughed. There's that sense of humor thing. She leans forward and she laughs and she puts her thumb on me. And all of a sudden, the minute her thumb touched my head, it was like I was flying down some kind of blue tunnel or tube, like a water chute at a water park. It was just like a tunnel, and it was zipping around, zoom, 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 and it would go fly up here and do there, and it was constantly like going. It seemed like an endless tube that would just go forever, and it was blue, and it was just energy. It was like you were shooting down this tunnel, and it was so fast. It felt so fast that my face, the skin on my face was whipping back, and my hair was flying back. Now, in real life, I had a friend there who actually witnessed the whole thing, and she said that my hair didn't move or anything, but like my experience was that my face and my hair were just plastered back, and I'm flying down this tunnel as fast as you could go, like so fast I can't even tell you, and zipping around, making lefts, making right, swinging around, going this way, swinging around, going that way. I went down somewhere that I don't even know where I was. I have no clue where I was, but this experience, my friend said, lasted probably 10 to 15 minutes, a very, very long time. And finally, I started shaking and crying because it was like squeezing the trauma out of me. Things that had happened, it was healing. It was like squeezing all the bad stuff out. And this happens often when you enlighten. You can go through profound shifts like that where you're doing shaking and all kinds of things that kind of, I don't know how to describe it or why it happens, but I've heard of that happening. My original enlightenment experience didn't involve anything like that, but this one did, in the sense that, I just started shaking and started crying, but it felt incredible, and it felt like sobbing in God's arms almost. Like it was the best, most healing cry ever. And I was so freezing cold that she started to tell her ladies, like, bring her out of this, just gently bring her out of this. And so they started to kind of touch me and talk to me and things, and I kind of like snapped out of this thing, and she took her thumb off of me. And, it's just, and after that, I didn't become enlightened like immediately again. This would have been the second time. I think I've done it like 3 or 4 times now. But it's like soon after this peace came over me, and especially on my drive. And that's when I was told, you have to go to Boulder. You got to go to Boulder and all this kind of stuff. My point being that there was a mark on me and she saw it, and she sent some kind of a message or did something to kind of further me along on my path and get me down there. So the mark of the beast is not an object. It is your state of being, is your state of mind. It is, are you marked by God, or are you marked by the other side? Do you find your security in God or in love? Or do you find your security in money and in, all the materialism and stuff? What do you find your security in? What would make you feel better if you had tons of food? And yeah, I mean, in temporary situations and things like that, those things do make you feel better. But when you're going through tests and you're ultimately, going through that soul searching experience, what is it that you ultimately have the most faith in? Do you have faith that love will win, or are you afraid that the dark will win? So just food for thought and something to think about. You can do your own research on what you think the mark of the devil is or the mark of the beast is or whatever, because we are in the end times. And, this is, I believe, a transition into the new earth, into the 5D experience. I have been in the 5D experience. I have my enlightenment experience. I've had so many of them, but one of them in particular really felt like I was living in the 5D. So being that I've been there before, I can help lead you guys there. I can help you guys get there yourselves. So lean on me and my faith and my knowledge on some of this, but don't, always do your own research and always listen to your own intuition as to what's best for you, because you may even have some kind of role where you have to stay stuck in the 3D world for a while, until you go through something and that wakes you up, or maybe your job is to, you may have a particular role that doesn't involve you going right into the 5D holding hands with God right now. It could be that, it's an evolving thing over a long period of time. Or maybe you're even here to protect those who are holding hands with God. There's so many different roles that all of you play. So it's very, very important that you just kind of see, I'm helping you see the bigger picture a bit. And it seems a bit deep for some of you. Some of you totally get what I'm talking about. But just know that what's going on right now is definitely a spiritual thing, a spiritual battle. And there is so much misinformation out there. Don't even act like you know it all. Don't even pretend that you know it all, because you don't. Keep doing research. Keep looking in even deeper. Don't, just because you hear something all over the place does not mean that it's true. It does not mean that it's real. It doesn't mean that there's any fact behind it whatsoever. So don't be prejudiced. Don't be judgmental about any of it. Want to know about all of it, explore all of it, and get to the bottom of it with facts. And I'm not talking about censored facts. I'm talking about the kind of facts that you have to do research on now, on places like Brave instead of Safari or Google or any of that. Places where they protect your privacy, like DuckDuckGo is a good search engine that doesn't invade your privacy and allows you to do some research for what you truly want to know. So I really didn't want to go there, you guys. I really wasn't planning on that, but it came out. So there it is. So hope you got something out of this, and I am going to go now. So if you need me, let me know. Go to amysatori.com/services, and you can see all the things that I do. You order either 20 minutes or 45 minutes, and I'll talk to you over the phone or on Zoom, no matter where you're at. Yeah, and that's kind of how that works. I can send you a light language blessing custom to your situation if you need that as well. I do quick relationship spreads and twin flame check-ins. I do those through WhatsApp all the time. So you can always order those anytime. And yeah, all right. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. If you're wanting more information about my show on TuneIn Radio, how to order a personal reading, or other goings-on, you can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.